Welcome, everybody. This is our second recording session on the weekdays in 2025. And
season 2?
We haven't been invaded by aliens yet, so that's part of the timeline.
No. There hasn't been another plague or anything yet, so
correct.
Knock on wood.
Vikings just lost last night, which was painful.
Go Lions.
Christmas was good. Everybody went to conventions, did all that kind of stuff.
I went to The Empire Strips Back over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
3 thumbs up. Show. Highly recommend.
The burlesque show.
Yep, the burlesque show.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
Me and Dan went to the bead tug of war.
Oh yeah.
Bead tug of war.
Yeah. Well, I had to protect my title, so
We went in masks, so he actually wore that one.
Nice. Shauna still has her Kickstarter up. Last time I checked, she was 1 backer away from being funded.
Oh, nice.
Do
people know her as Shauna or Grey Puppet, or?
I think. So I posted some stuff with her first video. So with her Instagram and links to
another one of our players.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she goes by Grey Puppet, and she played with us before, but she's got a Kickstarter too. So yeah, pretty interesting. A lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, lots of people doing things.
Uh-huh.
Seppy got voted Game of the Year for indie games for Conquest Princess. I finally got Cthulhu Death May Die in the mail.
Oh, did he get Gamer of the Year GAY-MER?
He might have. He's gotten a lot of accolades for that game. Yeah, no, it's amazing. I believe that is all of the news. Nobody's pregnant that we know of.
I feel like.
All right, you got me.
Exactly.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm expecting probably tomorrow morning. It's gonna be a toilet baby.
Exactly. So.
And on that note,
exactly.
we left off.
Leveling up, right? Or leveling.
Exactly. And all the free.
It was worth asking.
Magic goodies we want.
We haven't leveled up in a while.
You haven't. You guys, it's been a kind of a uneventful couple of sessions.
Well, kind of eventful. I mean, we did take out the first store in the town we were in and whatnot, and then we got banned and whatnot. So yeah,
It was an awesome goblin.
exactly. We came across this awesome goblin,
And we went to White Castle in the city
Right.
the city of Setterlund.
and we got some chicken rings, and Tae'lor carried us back because we're both too sleepy from the food coma.
Lazy.
Exactly. Exactly. So a good bonding time. You know what I mean? It's been pretty eventful for Otter, I would say.
There's some character building, but not
So,
fighting.
Kree, if I may, could I have you? Where are you at? We have come into this new city.
Where are you guys at?
Well, I'm guessing as we traveled, you were on top of the caravan, kind of in your roost, in your nest. However, we came to a densely populated elven city, and after a little bit of travel through the city, your companions here kind of just started off the moving caravan. So you see them.
Children wanted to
in
window
the
shop, and
city.
Taylor would.
No, you're on top of the thing, just kind of taking it all in.
Well, for an elven city, I'd assume I'd be looking around.
These
Trying
like
to find-
Japanese bottle caps. Nice.
Trying to see if there's any Aarakocra villages around. Asking around to people.
Go.
We've been known to coexist and look after one another.
So you do see that there are a number of Aarakocran. Keep my wording careful there.
We just go by Cox. That's
Right.
makes it
They're
easier.
cockering around.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of compliments on my Aarakocra.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's pretty flashy.
Ooh.
They're all milling about. A couple of them are doing some, like, I would say heavy lifting, but they're setting up some of the cranes that are being used. So teams of like 6 or 7 are doing heavy lifting type labor, hoisting stuff while it's being erected.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to look at Dan as I said that, because if I looked at anybody else,
I'm waiting for it. I'm like, okay, come on.
Just like
Yeah.
pitching.
Yeah, exactly.
phrasing on that one.
Right?
Yeah, I would just say I was, while they were doing a little deal, maybe I had my own little side mission. Go around, ask about, and see if there's any villages nearby maybe I could visit.
So, the folks who are working seem to be pretty. I should rephrase. Everybody you seem to come across says that they're currently working, and that you should wait until dusk.
Oh, so it's like a fucking Skyrim NPC. I'm currently working. Come round around dusk.
Yes, just like that. No, I mean they're polite, but the general gist is you're here during working hours, and trying to strike up conversation with them is going to get them a loss in wages.
Right. Because to me, it's like, wow, I haven't seen these people in a long time, but to them, they're like, you're just another fucking
Yeah.
nerd.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll wait till dusk to kind of poke around. You said everybody's taken off already, right?
Well, as you're kind of like milling back towards the carnival, you do see these two with 2 goblins, and the 2 goblins kind of walk off in one direction as these 2 kind of go another way.
These two meaning...
Otter and Tae'lor.
Okay.
I got the candy stuck in my teeth now.
No, right?
Look, you got these grand
Taylor,
new...
do you want the other 2 flavors?
There's new
Sure.
microphones, and the whole episode they're just going to be picking up like
For an audio
like
video.
the high definition rapper crackling.
Yep.
Suddenly we're
Behold the new
sponsored.
microphone. One of those goblins is Min, right? You would know that.
Yep.
I'll just casually reconvene like I've been here the whole time.
Okay. Min takes you to kind of give you the show around the carnival. There is a number of little booths that are set up. He introduces you to all the regulars, or the people who've been with the carnival for a while. Some of them you saw kind of on your trip in to the city. There's an animal handler who's working with 2 elephants. He's a gnome. What?
She's like cracking the rap. You ever seen the episode of SpongeBob where he's like doing the bomb? He's like, "Careful, SpongeBob! Careful, SpongeBob!"
No, I haven't. There's a large, like a tent set up with some seating, and there's a couple of trailers kind of pushed around the back to provide like a bit of a safe space or like a behind the stage kind of feel. But it is about, I believe, like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And what would you guys be doing?
Eating some White Castle leftovers, I guess.
Exactly. So yeah. You know, Otter's trying to come out of his food coma after the chicken rings and all that kind of good stuff. You know, just he's pretty groggy, but he realizes that work's coming up and he's got to set up and help out and whatnot like that. So he's still trying to offer, you know, Tae'lor some chicken rings out of his pocket or whatever. You know, Lynn said
Still refusing.
Lindy.
Yeah, exactly. Not too bad though. Just brush it off, right?
Yeah, it's fine. Just spit on it a little and
Right.
get some of that dirt off there.
Kids are disgusting.
Hey.
So, what kind of work do you guys need? You know, you said I should help out with the carnival.
Hey, asking me. I don't run this place. Ask me.
Usually, we give a tour and let you see the big show, and then we let you choose what will be right or appropriate for you.
Okay. Yeah, give me the show.
Oh, right this way. And he brings you into the big top, and they're still getting ready. It's not quite showtime, but they're practicing, and you see a very nimble elf doing like air magic as she, goes through the trapeze. You see a brother and sister pair that are they're dressed as like artificers, right? Like you get the sense that they know machinery and stuff like that. But one of them is just like strapped to a board and like practically falling asleep, as the other one's just like practicing throwing daggers, right? Always hitting their mark, but it seems pretty routine to them. Just kind of going through.
Do we have the rest of the cards?
They're here somewhere. They were. Let's see. I have pictures.
Hey, do you have a hazard pay or a healer on staff?
We very rarely get injured here.
Okay.
My teeth were so sharp. Just poke the shit out of me.
Here are the rest of the characters.
Got caltrops over there.
Frog the Crusher, Remy the Rascal, Lena the Light. Is there like
Flip them over.
Oh, okay. There's more. Zara the Zephyr. Vera the Viper. There's a lot of like first letter.
Alliteration.
Alliteration, yes. Nala the Nymph.
So, you see Nala fully clothed, counting money, and in conversation with Vera, who is wearing this, is wearing this shabby-looking robe. Right, Vera is, but you see snakes like going in and out from underneath the robe, like kind of a snake highway, if you will.
So do you like animals?
Were you saying that too?
No.
Nala looks down at you and says, "Only if you have the money.
All right, I'm going.
Come back and see me if you have the proper amount of coin."
Yep.
And you can hear like as she's like you've heard bookkeepers and like shopkeepers discussing the books before.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what she sounds like. She is talking about the amount of receipts and the amount of money that she has saved up and like
Hot.
all about the cash. And she's
I'm
actually
saying she's a gold digger.
Yeah, right?
well, she is absolutely a gold digger. She is like a Ferengi, but
Okay,
as a prostitute.
sure.
Yeah.
I bet those exist.
Oh yeah. It's all about the Latinum.
Latinum.
As evening approaches, the tenor of the city kind of shifts as the sun starts to set. You see teams of artisans like hanging up their tools, packing it in, traversing from work sites back home, and there is this air of. You get the sense that like the city has I think the only way to describe it is a job well done, right? Like they've gone through and done the tasks. What's up?
No, nothing. No, I'm just
Okay.
thinking.
They've gone through and done the tasks, and everybody seems content in what they have, like what they did for the day, right? There's very few folks who are arguing or like
So tight.
Who?
This place.
Very work focused.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Too uptight. I'm used to sleeping with, bugs and critters out in the wilderness.
the majority of folks traverse back to their house, and you see like the streets kind of go silent for a little while. Shortly thereafter, the streets come back alive with all manner of other non-elves, folks that have kind of largely been like hiding or in the
Did everyone just
shadows.
take their elf ears off?
Everybody did not just take their elf ears off. But you did see like a couple random humans doing stuff. You saw some like some bugbears kind of meandering through town, right? Like nobody seemed out of place like when you noticed it before. But now you're seeing all of those other races flood back onto the streets. You get who here has the best sense of smell? I think it would be you.
What would that characteristic?
Passive perception.
Passive perception?
Or just a character trait, I
11.
suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at 13.
Knowing his company, I hope it's not Tae'lor.
Yeah.
I have a 12. I think we're all pretty low.
Okay. But like you start to see folks who are maybe more dressed for like smithy work or dressed more shabby, right? Start to flood into the streets. And these folks, they know how to have a good time. Like half of them are already drunk before they like make it to where the carnival is. And as they descend upon the carnival, the place just gets jumping. The show goes on, and they've given you a pretty prime seat. Is anybody going to be with you?
I don't know. Is
anybody going to be with her? With him?
I'm on my own.
Well, it's, a goblin in a town like this, I'd probably be the one to hang out with Drax most.
Okay.
Unless I'm really needed somewhere.
And you would be working security.
That's what I'm guessing,
Yeah.
yeah, if it's getting rowdy.
Um,
Probably.
you're probably
Overwatch.
Overwatch. Make it like you're helping. I'm guessing you'd be helping little kids not get lost.
Yeah.
But the show starts, and it's a beautiful display of magic and acrobatics as Zara, climbs up to the top and takes the trapeze and flings over and like casts a spell as the trapeze bar comes over, and it just kind of hovers there as the bar goes back and comes back, and then she grabs onto it, right? Like really, really laying it on with the combination of what she can do magically, as well as like some of her, air cantrips and just her natural acrobatics. She finishes her set, and the whole audience is, the little kids, oh, that's amazing. I want to grow up like her.
Her little kid's drunk too.
Well, I mean, if you think we're kids.
There are a number of concoctions that they serve here for little kids that are not alcoholic, but they are definitely
Spiked in some manner.
Yeah.
All right.
The kids. The kids are having a great time.
Right.
Great.
Okay.
Excellent.
Well, did you want a drink?
You know I do. Good job, kid.
There's the floating candy where
Yeah.
you take a little bit of it and you
Yep.
just kind of float up
You get
for
high,
like two. You float up for like a foot or two, and then you slowly float down. So they'll eat some and they'll get up and they'll eat some more and they'll push each other around like they're a ball in the air. Like they have all sorts of relatively safe fun, right?
So I make a snack run then for Drax and I, and just kind of get a sample of everything, maybe a beverage or two, and then a pocket full of various candies and
Okay.
whatnot.
Yeah, no, it's all in good fun. The elephant tamer comes on, and you see this little gnome from behind you, like that you had seen before. He kind of starts walking like this, and the two elephants are out in front of him, and then he gets bigger, and then he gets bigger, and then he gets bigger, and now he's the size of a giant. And by the time he gets done, he just kind of fireman carries the two elephants, just kind of like whoop, whoop, and just walks them onto the stage and drops them, right? Starts juggling elephants. It is truly this weird, bizarre sight to see the largest gnome ever juggling elephants. And about the amount of time that happens, the spell that he cast on himself dissipates, and he like rides out with a handstand on their head as they walk out in unison. I'm going to say you pick up on some of the two of you pick up on some of the sounds that he's making, and it sounds like he's actually speaking elephant to them. Like you like quietly under his breath, you can hear him like making elephant sounds, and the elephant's acknowledging him and like responding back. Like he's just having a conversation with them, right? But everybody is just like in amazement, like, oh, that was the biggest gnome I ever saw. Folks are just loving it. And then Otter, your friend, comes in.
Have a friend.
Everyone's your friend.
Nero.
Okay.
You hear Min say, folks, it is time for those who are squeamish or faint of heart to leave, as we are entering the evening portion of our show, and this is no longer a place for little children. And you see folks taking their kids out. There's a couple of kids that are the parents yeah, my kids can handle it, and somebody comes up and is like, sir, you need to take your kids out of here. This is not going to go end well. And they kind of whisper in the guy's ear, and his eyes get big. He's like, okay, kids, time to go. And
So I'm like, Drax, are you up to this part of the show, or?
Why? I'm not a kid. I'm just short.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying I don't know what you're quite used to.
ladies and gentlemen, and things that don't classify yourselves, here before you is Nero, speaker to the hells. He is about to open up a portal, and we will all be witness to the horrors that lie below. And you see this creature walking into the center, and he starts kind of mumbling something. And from inside of his body, all these extra arms start coming out and doing enchanting circles with his hands. and you see the floor start to just rip open as flames flicker up. He seems to just be like hovering on top of this like piece of floating rock in this void, as the void opens up and you see meteors coming every which direction. You see giants and dragons being ripped apart by one another.
I don't think
You
I'm
two,
there.
you-
I guess I don't know where the security is.
so you're at the front door.
Okay.
So yeah, you wouldn't see it, but you see something that you have never seen before. You see a creature that you have battled, whole armies of them, crawling over crawling over dragons and just eviscerating them, like breaking them apart. And you just see bones flying out as they're ripping these things apart. This does not look like the first time you saw it. This looks like somewhere along the line, either what Nero had been showing had changed, or maybe he is actually showing an actual portal into hell. And that's what's going on there. But it looks vastly more horrific than what you remember seeing the first time.
Okay.
I need the two of you who are inside to give me a Constitution save.
Okay.
There's like one screaming kid. Like there's always that one parent who's like, my kid can handle it, and the kid can't handle it. And I'm just like walking, and I'm like, sleep.
Right. Say, can we turn on the heat a little bit more? Or...
Are you chilly over there?
Yeah, my toes are a little on the chilly
Does
side.
this one work? This little
It does.
21.
21.
Oh,
I seen some shit.
Yeah, I got a 13.
So, you become scared and uncontrollably need to leave.
Weird.
You're sitting there and you're like, meh.
The void is making me real nervous, though.
But you do notice that there's no heat coming from it.
Yeah.
You kind of like, you look down and like, it looks real, but there's no heat.
Do I think it's major image? Because that is a skill I have.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
it's counterspelling.
I could, but I'm not that big of a jerk. 4.
You have never seen a major image this detailed before. If it is, there's something else that's going on here.
Nice work.
Like, I don't like that.
And then you see like the arms start to like kind of like fold back into him as like this image starts to like close in and like, and you see him. He looks visually distressed and exhausted. Like opening the portal was too much for him. And he kind of stumbles as he walks out. And then he walks past because you're kind of towards that back part. And he walks back into the back. And as you like look over your shoulder, you have dark vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see him once he walks back behind the curtain. He kind of stands up.
Okay.
But Min closes down the show. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Please enjoy the show and tell your friends. We will be here all week. And everybody gets escorted outside, and the carnival continues.
You gonna try to track down those Arakockery now in the dark?
Did any show up to the...
There's a couple who are in the crowd. They didn't come in for the show, but they were out in the crowd, mostly.
Drinks.
They were drinking, yeah. They're drinking and making, like...
Is it like a bird bath setup?
What?
Is there a bird bath setup?
There is not a bird bath setup.
It's a bird gang. It's like the drunk pigeons or something like that. They got
Well,
all
no,
matching
it's
jackets.
they're
The tunnel snakes.
Yeah, exactly.
you definitely get the sense that they know each other. Like they seem like that like clique of friends who hangs out. You notice that like they are some of the ones that were in like one of the crews that you asked, and some of the ones that were in one of the other crews that you kind of like tried to interact with. They're both in this little clique. Right. It doesn't seem like the crews to you are like the social unit. It's more about like I don't know, who they enjoy hanging out around with.
Okay. Do I get a sense that, like, as a sober third party, do I get a sense that, like, they'd even be worth talking to at this point?
I mean, they're not that drunk.
Okay.
They're maybe 2 or 3 beers in.
You got nice buzz going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. We'll see what they say.
As you walk over, you hear one of them talking about Thalindra, and they're saying Thalindra's skills are clearly better than Calith's. Thalindra has been working for years, and if you look at it from the sky, I swear you can't tell the difference between what Thalindra does and the actual water in the pools that are around some of these structures.
It's like some workplace gossip I'm walking.
Right?
Yeah.
Some juicy workplace gossip. I'm gonna keep listening. I'm not gonna interrupt.
The one of them is their feathers are a little bit more brownish in tint, right? They're like mottled and I think mottled with like lines. They almost look more like a falcon in the way that the feathers are colored, right? And this is the one that is talking about Thalindra and how amazing Thalindra's work is. They go on to talk about I once met Thalindra, and taking a drink and just kind of like trying to impress the crowd with the people that they know, right? You get the sense that Thalindra would probably have absolutely no idea who this particular bird was, but they're clearly they believe that they are friends with Thalindra, right? The other folks who are in this group are like, oh yeah, I'm sure you and Thalindra go way back, and everybody's just kind of joking about it.
You just pretend to be Thalindra. Like, I don't know you at all.
The one who's talking, his name is Calith. And he doesn't seem to get like that he is the butt of the joke, right? Like he's drunk enough to the point where like he's one of those people who just keeps talking when they're drunk, even though they don't know that they probably should stop. What do you want to do?
You just walk up with that like they're not gonna look at me like this fucking white vestige privileged bird that I'm walking up on them.
They look at you like
I have a hard time like you're like one feather's like way up here when you lean back like that.
don't hate the feathers. They look at you and they're like, You look like you're new in town. I haven't seen you working any of the lift. What is your name?
My name's Kree. I'm not a worker.
Kree? That's an old name.
Yeah.
Do your parents not like you?
It's like you just walked up and said your name was Myrtle.
It's a long story. I'm not from around here. I'm actually with the
Well,
army.
clearly not. We've never seen you.
Yeah.
If you were from around here.
I just flew in the I'm with the Carnefall, actually.
Really?
Yeah. But I was just curious. Are you guys from around here? I mean, obviously, you were born in a treetop village, like all Arakaka, right?
They look at each other like, the fuck is up with this guy? And they look at you. Are you saying we are tree toppers?
Oh no!
They all ruffle their feathers a little bit.
I didn't mean it. I'm a tree topper myself. I didn't mean anything by it. Was it because I'm white? Is that the problem? And a bunch of racist Arakaka?
Roll a charisma check.
Not super charismatic.
What you got?
5.
5. Okay. Five was what you rolled?
Mm-hmm. No, I rolled a 3 plus 2.
Well, even with disadvantage, they all rolled higher than 6. You get the sense that the statement about like being raised in trees is probably not the right way to start a conversation with today's Arakaka.
I didn't know I was a ghetto Arakaka. I come from the slums of the treetops.
Yeah, the trailer park. Of the
Do you say that, or
I'm
is that
white trash.
is that you being? Do you say that, or is that above the table?
No, I'm just gonna say, oh, I didn't mean anything by it, and like I'll kind of like grab shoulders, but I'm gonna grab them kind of hard. I'm gonna dig my talon a little bit, but I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions.
Okay.
Didn't mean to ruffle any feathers.
Yeah, I didn't mean to ruffle any feathers.
The one that you didn't touch is like, this guy got jokes. And the other two look at him and they're like, yeah, but he's okay.
So,
What you drinking?
Oh,
You should buy us around.
I should, shouldn't I? Here's the thing: is I am a bit of a religious figure. We don't typically drink.
Since
When
when?
you're a religious figure, you're like a god.
Where are you at?
Not
about this
above the
conversation.
Since when? All of my priests were drunken bastards.
It's a different time, man. It's a weird village I'm from. We're kind of like
Up in the treetops, huh?
yeah. Treetops, yep. That's what we're from.
I know if I was up in the treetops, I would be drinking all the time. Wouldn't be able to tell if the tree is swaying or if I am.
When you're that high up, and you get too drunk, you might hit the bottom.
Oh, so you don't have any balance then, is the
when
problem.
you're flying, you
Gotcha.
get too drunk, yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll drink in your stead.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'm curious, so what's the best way to say it? Well, they're calm emotions. Where are you guys from? Where are you born?
We were born here. We've been working in Tracey for all our lives. Since I was a little fledgling.
You have like a nest, or...
Uh-oh. You go back to your
You want
nest.
to go back to my nest?
No.
I didn't realize you were that kind of priest.
Well, let's just say I'm not from here, and I was just thinking
Clearly.
maybe, where I'm from, we have villages with just us. Just Arakakaras.
Where are you from? I have never heard of a
That's a great question.
Arakaka-only village.
I was just trying to see, merely inquiring, if there were any Arakaka villages around here.
We're the last village people.
they all get really serious for a minute. Clearly, you are not from around here. You would know that all of the villages were destroyed thousands of years ago. We have not been allowed to be in villages for a very long time. Let us not talk about this. It's depressing. Come, drink with us. There are not enough birds around here. All these white, pasty creatures with their skin is gross.
Yeah.
I want to go.
I think like you
If you won't drink, just come watch us drink.
well, I think if you were to take a step back and look at him, like you would kind of see his like resolve flicker for a second. Like it's just another,
Chapter closing.
yeah, another like chip off the rock, like another dead end, and I'm gonna go get fucking wasted with these guys.
Okay.
We're gonna unsash these religious bounds.
Okay. So as you meander, they take you away from the carnival, and kind of
Follow them
down
to a second location.
like there's. So there are paths that go up and down from here, and as you like go down, you start to see like the nightlife district of the city. It is where you kind of had this perception that maybe it got more ruckus by the carnival. Like you go down these paths like into the lower depths of the city, and it gets crazy. It is somewhere like, to give you like a level of intensity, it's somewhere between Mardi Gras and Vegas.
I'm
Down
like
there.
clutching my haversack.
It gets absurd, and you see there's very few elves in this area. It is now largely humans and heavy laborers that are in here. You see various groups of dwarves, and you see some like goblins selling stuff. It's like sketchy stuff in the alley. You see one old lady kind of like handing stuff off to goblins, and you're like, really some really sketchy stuff, like just off the beaten path, but easily accessible, right? The kind of place where you could probably take 2 steps and find an opium den if you really tried. That's
Jimmy's feeding seed.
what are y'all doing back up at the carnival?
So Otter's trying to collect himself because I hadn't seen those creatures in a while, and I was not prepared for that. And so I look at Drax and I'm like, I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting that. Those creatures are no good. We've run into them before.
Which
creatures
ones?
was
The dragons or the?
All of the above, but the ones that were killing the dragons with no problem. Those
So they looked like mutilated toad people. That's maybe the right way of saying it. Some of them looked like mutilated slug or snake people. They looked gross, but you were so busy trying to figure out if it was a major image or whatnot, like you didn't necessarily think that it was real.
Yeah, like illusions can kind of be scary, but you don't have to worry because it's made up.
Oh. Good to know. Well, let's go find Tae'lor. See what Taylor's doing.
Yeah, let's go find your dad.
Yeah. Dad.
Dad's working, kids.
So what are you doing while you're working?
Is it so? Do I still need to guard the front door? Or is everybody kind of
Everybody is cleared out.
Okay. I guess I don't really know what happens at the carnival after that. It might just be like walking around, making sure nobody gets too rowdy, assuming the night wears on and people drink a bit more. But
Oh, you can totally do that.
okay.
give me a perception roll
Okay.
to see if you can find some rowdy people.
Okay.
So are we in search of Tae'lor then? Or
Yes,
we...
give me some perception rolls to find Tae'lor.
7. That
Never
means I
mind.
didn't find anybody rowdy.
You find yourself in this group of
30.
15. Nice.
interesting. You find this group of you find a group of part elves
Okay.
that are talking about how much part elf they are.
Oh God.
and there's a
I
part
turn
of-
around and walk
There-
away.
but at the same token, you can't help but be a little bit curious, of what the nature of the conversation is, right?
And part of them is elf.
No, they're talking about
Like, I'm 164th elf.
right. One is but honestly, my great grandfather was half elf, which means that makes me a third elf, even though all the rest of my other ancestors were 100% human. And blah, 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 right?
Taylor says, that's bullshit under his breath. It's the stupidest thing I've heard.
Okay.
It's a little warm in here.
Yeah. I just cut this one.
Oh, you just-
My toes are
Oh,
freezing.
my toes
How
are
close
also
is that
cold.
curtain
You
to
want
the
it cold?
heater right there?
I am
The
always
right behind you, the
cold.
curtain, the corner of the curtain. How close is it to the heater?
This heater's not on.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it's just
Something
that.
else.
I think it was this corner here got a little bit over hot.
Well, I just cut this heater on. I think this
Oh,
is
if you just turn that one on, that happens
Yeah, it's
sometime when that
cooking
one
off
gets
the
turned on.
dust.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no fires.
Yeah, I can catch all on camera.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your mom's a quarter elf.
So, question for you: in your time as in your time before you got lost,
Mhm.
what types of creatures do you think you had seen or interacted with?
Definitely, I mean, other goblins. But, I do know the languages of Abyssal and Primordial. So I figure maybe some other things that live in dark caverns that
Okay.
maybe,
Interestingly enough, during the show, you as you think back about it, you do remember hearing military commands being yelled in Abyssal. It sounded through all of the chaos of what you could hear there, it sounded like it wasn't clear. But now, thinking back about the images, you're like, did I actually hear what was being said?
man, he really knows his shit. So good, what a craftsman.
But as you're kind of walking around here, looking for Tae'lor, you don't see anything that would speak those languages, right? It's not. You get the sense that there's probably not a lot of elementals who are hanging out up here, but you do hear the sound. You do hear the sound of one somewhere, but you can't figure out where they're at. You hear them mumbling something, but they're maybe somewhere in the crowd that you can't see.
Can I try to locate them?
You can.
Alright. Is that another perception?
Yep.
10.
10. They are moving relatively quickly, and it's difficult for you to keep up with the nature of the crowd here. And Otter is trying to follow you at the same time.
Yeah, stick with me, kid.
Right? I'm like, I want some more chicken wings.
You know, It's funny to hear you say that because you're probably shorter than he is.
We're both so pretty.
Right?
Small.
Yeah, we're both small. We're like two little kids running around.
But eventually, you do like you're like, I can't see anything from down here, and you eventually climb up on something to get a better view.
Is it on Otter?
Oh, right?
Would it be on Otter?
It could be.
Hold still, kid!
Right?
So
Okay.
you got two goblins in a trench coat.
Right.
Because you are still wearing.
Right.
You are still wearing the.
Damn it, I was going to say, I'm sure I would have gotten it back before the show, but fine.
Okay, but let's say you got it back. But you do see Tae'lor kind of walking away from this group of.
Looking disgusted.
Yeah. But walking away, like, I guess perpendicular from where you're looking at her. You can try to catch up through the crowd.
No, I'll just, as I'm standing on Otter, I'll be like, Dad! Dad!
What?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
That's awesome. Oh, no.
Give me a charisma check to see if you can be heard over the crowd.
Man, I keep rolling 5s. This die is going in the garbage. So 7 again.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that for you. Come on, roll lower than. You'd have to roll lower than a 7.
Lower? Oh, I mean, I rolled
For
an
fun.
18.
That's
An
fine.
18. Okay, yeah. With an 18, I would say even with the 7, you can hear it. So, do you respond?
I mean, okay, I would not assume one of my children is here, or that they would be yelling out to me.
Fair enough.
Adults living far away. I would, I guess, assume it's like a lost child, so I would kind of look around. Like,
Okay,
what is
and
going on?
you see them.
And I see a tall goblin.
You see a little goblin head with little arms.
Hey, you kids enjoyed the show?
It was scary. There's a scary part.
I kind of remember that last time. That Nero freak did some kind of weird hell shit last time.
Yeah, he's kind of a weird dude.
I thought you were like friends with him.
I thought so too.
Okay.
He's quite a craftsman, I gotta say.
I mean that I'm not really big on. Well, I'm not big on it. I'm not skilled at magic, so I don't know a lot about it. But it's
Yeah, I mean,
cool.
it's quite a... I mean, I could even hear, like, it sounded like you could hear the people in the vision giving orders. So, like, that is a level of, quality that I haven't usually seen. It's quite nice.
But it wasn't in regular common. I understand Abyssal too.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, it sounded like...
Oh, don't say that again, please.
You actually understand.
Oh yeah, I forget. I also understand Abyssal.
So, you do the best. What do you say in Abyssal as you're trying
I don't know
to?
what I repeat whatever I heard.
Okay. So what she repeats.
What does that translate to?
Right?
Zathrak, bring forth your minions. The enemy has taken over the Merciless One. Now is our time to strike. You recognize the name of Zathrak as being a chief craftsman of dark forbidden spells, and on the order of Demon Lord.
Okay.
Someone that you almost feel like the words that you said to you almost compel you to like pull out your sword.
Okay, yeah, I put like my hand on it.
Yeah, like you hear those words and like you're like, oh fuck, like I've got to go to battle.
Okay.
But then you realize there's no place to go.
Okay.
Yeah, real elegant, right?
It-
It's got a nice accent to it, too.
It was scary.
yeah, that's
scared.
some hell stuff. Maybe don't repeat that out loud.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah. You doing okay there, Otter?
I don't know,
I
maybe.
feel like I don't usually see you get scared by stuff. You're kind of the scary one around here, if I'm being honest.
It's weird, but yeah. Where's Kree?
Is he not with you guys? I haven't seen him.
We haven't seen him in a while.
I mean, I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Wait, who's Kree?
Oh, big white bird guy. I don't know if you saw him at the caravan.
I might have seen some kind of feathered lump sleeping.
That was probably Kree, yeah.
Alright.
So many feathered lumps around here.
Cool.
Did you guys get enough candy or whatever? You guys good?
I think we're good. I think between the chicken rings and the candy, and I've had enough today.
Alright.
I think I might want to go back and lay down.
Yeah, it sounds like you're, maybe you need some rest there.
You know, I'm a little tired.
What about you, Drax? You staying up? You getting more of the sights?
Well, you know, safety in numbers. Stick together, I guess.
You want me to, take you guys back to the caravan to sleep?
Yeah, unless you want to walk around some more.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, I'll escort them back, I suppose, but
Okay.
I don't know how long my shift is for security, but I imagine I still gotta work.
Your shift is not necessarily like the level of rowdiness that there is here. Like you've done this enough nights that you're like, there's nothing happening here. Like this is not that type of a crowd. And there's a number of city guard who are patrolling the area. It's not it's not a rural drinking spot kind of a location.
It's like a Monday night.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't seem like there is a lot of danger. You did overhear that there's a number of new moon rituals happening this evening.
Okay.
Because it's
new moon.
a new moon.
Okay. I gotta go do some stuff. I have to.
Is it that time of the month, Otter?
Exactly. It's that time of the monthly moon.
But yeah.
So do we get back to the caravan?
Yeah.
Okay, so Otter's kind of like a disgruntled child who doesn't want to go to school. First fucking month, kicking shit. You know, he's like, I gotta go out into the forest. I need this, and where did that go? And he's like,
You going down to the forest?
yeah, I gotta go do this thing. It's a hag thing. You wouldn't understand.
Honestly, I'm kind of glad. In that case, do you need, I don't really want to go with
Do you
you.
have an extra finger I could borrow?
No, I need all of them, actually.
Yeah, but what about a toe?
I prefer to keep all of those, too.
Okay.
What are you doing, Otter? What is this?
I gotta go do this hag thing, so he's gathering all his utensils and whatnot, and he's getting his bags ready. So, okay.
Should we expect you back by a certain time? If you're not here by, in a week, we should go look for you?
Yeah, I should be back in about 3 or 4 hours.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. If you hear some weird noises coming from, the forest in the north,
How good do you think my hearing is, Otter?
exactly. I'm just saying.
Okay,
Just saying.
I won't even ask any questions.
You did pretty well in the forest as well.
Exactly. So he starts gathering stuff and getting ready to go out and do his ritual stuff.
Drax is just hiding his fingers.
I was just joking. And I'm like, oh, by the way. And I go like that. I'm like, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
It's a good carnival act there, Otter. You should see if man will let you on the stage.
Maybe we can entertain the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're gonna head out and go do your thing in
Yeah.
the woods.
Yep, I get to do that.
Okay.
I didn't realize it was that time of the month.
Okay. So, why don't you talk about your ceremony? you are out drinking and having a good time.
Carousing.
I would like you to roll for me 3 perception checks. And you describe, if you would, your ceremony.
Oh, okay. So I venture north into the woods, find a kind of a remote little place that looks less traveled. Sit down, lay out all my utensils and feathers and various containers and stones, some kind of like chalky dust and stuff like that. I start doing the symbols and whatnot like that on the ground and whatnot like that. Slice part of my hand open, put a little bit of blood in each of the containers and different stone and whatnot like that, and start meditating as far as dealing with the moon and whatnot like that, and that goes on for a while.
Okay. Your perception checks, sir.
15, a 19, a 4.
So,
Sounds about right.
you're right. As the evening goes on,
We can just say like the 19 was at the beginning.
Yeah.
19 was in the middle.
And four is-
by the end of the evening, you are just zonkered. You have. Give me a charisma check with disadvantage, if you would, please, sir.
Salford.
A -1.
Yes.
Oh, well, that doesn't matter because I got a nat 1.
Yes.
-1.
So, at a certain point in the evening,
Where do you
you
end up tomorrow morning?
decide that you are buying rounds for everybody at the bar.
With
And-
all 9 gold I have in my
Well, I
inventory.
think you have more
And-
than that. don't you?
And as a result of your deficit in actual gold, you have to pay in some of the weapons that you are carrying.
Body. Oh.
Give me
I just
Give me your
want to
monk
drunk
robe.
Kree.
yeah, no. Well, let's see how, I don't know if he gets into a fight, because he did roll a nat 1 with a -1.
Right.
So I'm going to say you probably also get into a bit of a scuffle.
This would be a great time to let me level up and take a level 1 monk. Like the Drunken Master.
Right.
The Drunken Master subclass.
The drunken eagle, whatever it is.
You know what? I will do that. You can take a level in Drunken Master Monk before we have the combat that you are about to go into. Okay. So back at the menagerie, we find ourselves asleep. Anansi has been just completely gone for like the last 24 hours. What are you doing? Like, how are you situating yourself for slumber?
Drax has lit a lantern and has curled around it and fallen asleep, curled up around the lantern.
Okay. And what are you doing? Are you like on the floor?
I mean, probably not in the middle of the room, but yeah, like off.
I mean, are you under a bunk? Are you on a bunk? Like where?
Are you inside, outside?
I'm probably
Upside down?
inside, but like, somewhere like fairly well lit. And that's where I will be with my lantern.
Okay. So I'm gonna. As you walk into the menagerie, there's a door that leads out to the balcony on your left, kind of a little bit of a sitting area, and then there's a series of 8 bunks, like 2 and 2.
Is this where we usually sleep?
Yep.
Okay.
Anansi is, I believe, on the second bunk, like back, like on the ground floor. Where would your bed be?
Yeah, what's the farthest away I can get from that?
Opposite where the door opens.
Then probably there, which also kind of makes sense, I think.
Okay. So, I'm going to say that you're sleeping underneath Tae'lor because
Under the bunk.
under the bunk, because that's also where a little like crack of like whatever light is outside would be coming through the door, and like so it's the lightest spot inside the darkness. Okay.
Fair, yes.
I think that also describes Tae'lor in this party.
Fair enough. So, can I get you to move those two pieces there? So, what I need for you guys to do is no, is I need. So this is the back. Where is your minis?
Mine's here.
So you would be sleeping right there, and you would be sleeping. I'm gonna put you out here, but you're right underneath Tae'lor. Okay.
Do I know that he's down there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like there's this eerie, shadowy light coming out from underneath your bed.
Sure. Great.
I need each of you to roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh no, one of them was an 18 and the other was not. 6.
Okay.
3. I'm asleep, so.
Perfect. Okay. So while you're laying in bed, you hear the syndicate sends its regards as a garrote goes across your throat and holds you down to the bed,
Okay.
and another knife comes in and stabs you in the chest.
Oh shit.
I need, or attempts to stab you in the chest, but since you are restrained, it does so with advantage, and that is plenty to hit.
Because you know I don't know what my armor is without my, or my AC without my armor on.
I'm pretty sure it wouldn't matter when you're sleeping. It's like a
Yeah, it's almost like a crit.
Yeah.
auto crit or auto.
But I was in bed, not sleeping technically, so I was prone.
And restrained,
Yes.
which does make it an auto crit.
Does this make noise?
You hear the thump
Just
and the voice. It wakes you up. 'Cause I would guess you sleep pretty lightly.
Oh, my lantern.
You hear Tae'lor choking, and then a weird noise like, keep it down there.
Exactly.
Put up a
Curtain or something.
a wax shack.
So it is a crit.
Your ears cover your eyes. You're like, I don't want to see you today.
Not quite. They don't hear so well, though.
No, that's not
It's
the
just
right.
visually appealing.
decoration.
You're gonna need to get the right
All
dice.
sex appeal.
You know what they say about goblins with big ears?
No, what did they say?
Big ear muffs.
Exactly, thank you. Fritos.
I don't have enough d6s.
Your
Big
mom's
headphones.
specials.
Where is my
There's
d6s?
gotta use D4s. There's a couple D4s right there.
Yeah, no, that would be wrong.
I
wouldn't want to do that.
D6, the smallest one. It's a little sugar cube.
I have all these dice. Oh, there's my d6s. Perfect.
It's not like you don't have a pile of dice on in the next room.
Right. I'm gonna use my snazzy dice here. Okay, so
It's a lot of sixes. It's a lot of dice.
and I need a d8. There we go. Okay.
If this is those child kidnappers, I'm the last person they should be going for. I was nowhere near that place.
So, 36 times 2,
Okay.
which is 72
Okay.
plus 4 piercing damage.
Okay, unconscious.
What are you doing?
Am I scared?
I would say that the feet and the blood dripping down from the thing above you is going to make you scared, yes.
Does it penetrate through the bunk?
Does this guy just like stand like he's like standing in front of the like he's got his feet like
There's
in front
two of
you?
them.
Okay.
There's two of them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sure. So what's gonna happen is, the first thing that happens is, flame-like shadows wreath my body, and causing me to become heavily obscured to others. And shadows turn dim light within 10 feet into darkness, and bright light in the same area to dim light. Let's see. Whenever a creature within 10 feet of you hits me with an attack, the shadows lash out at that creature, dealing 2d8 necrotic. And then as my bonus action, I am going to... My bonus action, I'm going to summon the tentacle of the deep. And this tentacle comes out next to the bed and is going to lash out at whatever is
There's one of them.
attacking.
I don't think it's gonna be kinky. Just around everybody, come on.
Look at me. My uncle is the eagle on the Muppets. He goes to his nest every summer.
And this can be the other one.
It's 10 foot long.
That's what she said.
Wow.
Let's see.
That's what she said.
Mm.
Alright.
It can make a melee
That's what he said?
attack on one creature within 10 feet of it. And on a hit, it takes 1d8 cold damage. On its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. Alright. Let's see. So I need to attack. So my spell attack. Initiative. Proficiency.
That's roll initiative.
Okay. Roll initiative.
There's an at 20. Useless.
Nice.
19.
Can I say that was for my essay?
There it is. 23 to hit.
It's
It did 7 cold damage.
okay. Okay. That will be... Okay. And we'll say that happened... Oh, sorry. Your turn?
Okay. 19 is the one success.
Okay.
Did you do the necrotic damage and the cold damage?
The necrotic damage happens if I get hit, I think. Which-
You see them...
Where's the management we need them? Jeez.
You see the feet move in response to this tentacle now coming out of the bottom. And a dwarf comes and looks underneath to see you and tries to grab you.
Okay.
That is a 7 to hit.
Okay. I think I've got... Gosh, what do I have? I've got some kind of ability Or maybe that's just nimble escape. Oh no, that's just a disengage. Never mind. Okay, so what do I need to roll to see if you grab me?
It is a dex. It's a
Contested strength roll.
yeah. I read somewhere, or I heard somewhere where it's not a contested strength. It is a acrobatics check to see
Isn't
if
it
you,
athletics versus acrobatics?
yeah.
What do you...
So acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, he's doing athletics to grab you, you're doing acrobatics to dodge.
21!
Okay. So you manage to dodge that. You hear him say, "There's somebody underneath here," and the other one bends over and tries to grab you as well. Nat 20.
Oh, Jesus.
So they manage to get a hold of you, and they take like 2 steps back, like to drag you, and like your upper torso is now out from underneath the thing. What is the? It says when they hit you.
Yeah.
So they're gonna take
damage.
Is it when they hit you or when you take damage?
It says, okay. Well, it goes, when you or a creature you can see takes damage while within 10 feet of the tentacle, you can use your reaction to choose one of those creatures and,
The tentacle or the flames are asking?
I'm asking about the flames. Yeah.
Tentacle of the deep.
I feel like it would hit him.
The
He's
shadow.
making contact.
I feel like it would.
Get too lost in the rules here.
Sorry.
It says you're bleeding out on the bed. Like, we don't need to worry about the rules.
I'm just saying it makes sense. That's like the
Help me out.
Hits me with an attack.
I don't even need the garrote at this point.
Technically, grappling you is hitting you
Okay.
with an attack.
Yeah, it is. So do your damage.
Alright, let's do it. 5 necrotic damage. Oh, really bad.
Okay.
Hey, still something.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to you.
Oh, okay, that was quick.
It's a short stack of folks here.
Whoa, it was another pass.
Nice.
Meanwhile, your healer with Revivify is off getting
Cool,
shit-faced. You're bleeding out in your bed, dying.
Okay, Drex.
Alright, I'm going to,
There is a lot of there. You notice that there is a lot of blood that has come through the bed, and
Okay.
Tae'lor is not moving.
Oh god.
Can you use your initiative chart?
Oh yeah, let's. I gotta. Let's put some names on here.
Yeah, I don't have
We
any
need-
healing magic.
Where did the
You got a permanent marker right here.
oh, here it is. Smudge with wet erase. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Take
gonna
Otter off of here.
Eldritch Blast whoever is touching me. 17 to hit.
Hits.
Alright.
They, as the Eldritch Blast comes out, they nimbly move, and it doesn't hit.
Oh, okay. Just flies against the wall.
Nope. Dan, would you like to do the honors?
Actually, bonus action, can I hex that dude?
You can bonus action hex him.
I got
Okay, so Tae'lor, Drax. Then that's the order.
Yep.
Okay.
Assassin 1, Assassin 2.
Okay, so Drax just won, so it's Assassin 1.
Yep. And you, let's see.
Oh, actually, I don't want to do that because I've cast Shadow Moil. So
Oh,
never mind. So no
So
hexing.
no hex? Okay.
No hexing.
There you go. Okay. The first assassin is going to take a...
Oh, do the tentacles deep gets an attack?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Attack
So-
away, man.
Yeah, so that thing is, that's my bonus action. So 21 to hit.
Hits.
Tentacle comes out, and for 6 cold damage, and reduces speed.
Okay. Are they slowed or reduces speed?
It says that.
Mechanical.
Yeah.
Double whammy, nice.
Yeah. So the. Gosh, where's my tentacle with the D? Okay. So speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn. So once per turn.
Okay. Okay. The assassin is going to do its 2 attacks against you. The first is a 16 to hit. The second is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, they both hit.
Okay. That is 7 and 7. Piercing.
I'm going to scream out, I'm being murdered!
Keep them separated. You gotta keep them
That's a free
separated.
I'll say that's a free action. Thinking here for a second.
Where's Guil?
Yeah, I think Guil would be in the room.
Yeah.
So
sleeping.
you want to play Guil?
We
We don't have her character sheet, but
The tree's going up somebody's butt.
okay. So roll for tree up butt.
They're just like all fighting and Gil's
Tentacles everywhere of all kinds.
Just the tentacle, right?
I don't
So
control
so
that.
Guil also has a
So I'm going to delete that one.
Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not.
so you can cast that.
Oh, nice.
Here's Guil,
Cast a root.
and this gentleman is in the other room as well. So put him on this end. Yep.
This is a bit of an obscure reference, but you ever watch Naruto? It's like a thing they do. It's called 1,000 Years of Pain, where they're like, yeah, stick a finger up his ass.
I like Jiraiya that does that.
It's Kakashi.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
What is the tree roll?
The tree, I believe, is a the tree. So the tree is just a tree ent.
Okay.
So and she would cast that right away. But if you want to attack with the staff, I think that's a +2 to hit.
Does a 15 do it?
It does not.
Okay. Guil has healing.
Guil does have healing. So Guil gonna heal you?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably got a healing word as a bonus action.
Yes.
So give Tae'lor a 4. Whoops. Okay, 1 plus, I assume at least 2, so I'll give him 3 health.
Oh, yep.
It's
So Gil's in there, and
1d4.
who else now?
1d4 plus 4, I think.
Ginkgo.
Or maybe
It's plus your
Here,
spellcasting modifier.
put Ginkgo on there.
Let's see. Healing word is like mine's 2d4 plus 5.
That's probably what Gil's would be too. It's close enough.
It's only be 2d4 if you upcast it.
2d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. 2d4 plus 5.
Sure.
Did it change?
I'm pretty sure it's just 1d4. Yeah.
I thought it was 1d4.
They might have
This is
changed it. They've been
2d4.
changing stuff. That's really weird.
This is first level, and then for
It's by
upcasting,
2d. It's different.
you give yourself another d4.
I mean, I'll take it, I suppose.
What does that mean? Cure wounds? Yeah, because now cure wounds is 2d8.
What? Do you have something like use an extra? Oh, you're like a healing cleric.
It only adds plus 2.
Oh.
Because cure wounds used to be 2d6. What's your modifier? Oh, it's 2d8.
Roll 20 still says 1d4. It says 1d4. D&D Beyond does say 2d4 now. What happened?
To use as well, we consult the rules.
So I'm sure it's fucking D&D 5, 5.5 update.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just found a Reddit.
So the Arborite can make 3 whip attacks, and they are +4 each.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, for a level 1 spell, even as a bonus action, 1d4 is pretty underwhelming.
Yeah, it's not good.
But it keeps you alive.
The only one of those that could hit is a 21.
Yep.
It restarts.
How much damage?
1d12 +4.
I carried a whole
7
campaign as
damage.
Okay.
Circle of Shepherd druid
That's a good one.
with a unicorn spirit, and it's just like everybody's just getting 1 point of healing. All back.
Ginko looks through the door and says, What? And then turns into a beast form and does a hop, jump, and a slash at the assassin who is closest.
Is that Ginko?
This is Ginko. This is the treant.
Okay.
Gilded.
And he goes over here.
And that is not enough to hit.
I don't know what made you
Yeah,
think
not
trying to assassinate. Like, now we just have all these like guest characters loaded up.
Why did you do
Get
that?
Seppy's character in here.
Okay. We are now back to Tae'lor.
Okay, so Tae'lor is up. I don't have any of my armor, I don't have any of my stuff. Do I recognize either of these guys?
You do not.
Am I still garroted?
You are not.
Okay.
You remember hearing them say the Deep Stone Syndicate.
Okay. I'll make note of that later.
And there's a dwarf.
They are both dwarves.
Okay.
If I grab you, do I get hurt by your flames?
I mean, it's not grabbing, it's like attacking.
I guess it wouldn't be an attack on you if I
Yeah.
do that. So, I'm gonna...
They're still grappled.
Some start making some third arm strikes.
Man, I need to think about what I'm gonna do. Do I have any potions? Maybe that's the main thing I should do right now.
Are you still strained to the head? You got the thing around your neck?
Nope.
I said not garroted anymore.
They let go of the garrote to pull out the thing from under the bed.
I'm the thing.
The goblin.
Wreathed in flame, dark flame, and
Tentacly.
the tentacle like flipping around.
Yeah, so did you knock over the lantern?
I don't know.
There's a lot of shit going
Do
on.
you want to start a fire?
I know it. I didn't have the lantern under the...
Okay, imagine I got my potion at the
You're
foot of
off
the
in
bed.
the
I'm
woods.
gonna
Exactly.
stumble over to that and grab my supreme healing potion and
Okay.
down that.
Just imagine you going.
Second.
Yeah, time out.
In your underwear.
Yeah, right.
And then I'll
Take
also
swing.
summon my longsword into my hand.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
And to your hand it comes.
Drax and tentacle.
Go ahead, Drax and Tentacle.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So I am going to, yeah, I'm gonna attack, whoever's nearest me, with my Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
That's only 10 to hit. I think there's a lot of chaos happening.
10 does not hit.
Alright, then the Tentacle of the Deep.
You might want to check. Sometimes when you're higher level, you might have second casting of Eldritch Blast. You might have two.
Oh, you're right. I do get 2.
Yeah, is that 5th level?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so the Tentacle of the Deep only got a 12 to hit.
Does not hit.
My second attack of Eldritch Blast is 22 though. So that would be 7.
Okay.
Necrotic.
That ends your turn.
Yes.
The assassin who is not holding you. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the assassin who's not holding you. Looks at you and says, "You never should have crossed the syndicate." And
Who the hell?
takes 2 stabs at you.
All right. Cool.
Both of them miss.
Nice.
The other one says, "Why are you fighting this?" to you as he tries to slit your throat.
Ah!
That is a 22 to hit. And the second one is, Jesus, I rolled twice in a row.
Dang, that's a bummer.
Okay, so I do have this thing where, okay. Alright, where's my thing? My special guardian tentacle.
My special.
My guardian coil.
Precious.
Within 10 feet of the tentacle, I can use my reaction to reduce the damage to the creature by 1d8.
Okay.
Like,
And that, so go ahead and roll it.
1.
You take 7 points of damage.
What about your little fire thing? Doesn't that protect you too when you get hit?
Yep, but then you get to lash out and do back.
Yeah. Alright. So, yes, my Shadow of Moil is going to...
Moil.
Alright, it's gonna lash out at 13 necrotic damage as he
Nice.
is holding me.
You're better off just getting hit than trying to attack.
Do you have special things being a goblin?
Okay,
Like,
Guil.
You get Fury of the Small.
Yeah, that's it.
Heat
I
metal?
was gonna say
Is the
small
thing that
something.
Guil does?
Heat metal is a thing that Guil does.
Guil cast heat metal on whatever guy's closer, I guess.
Okay, that's the one that's holding you.
Does he have armor on?
He has leather armor on, but he is holding a blade.
Okay, good enough. Yeah.
You're
metal on
as a goblin, you're considered
Okay.
Small, and they're medium.
Oh, are they medium?
I used to
Pretty sure
play a goblin,
Yeah.
so.
Goblins are small.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're great.
And so your Fury of the Small, it should be 1 point for every level you are. So if you're level 6, you get an additional 7
2d8 fire damage.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
You
Their
can-
size
But the Constitution
You
saves
can
is half of that.
also, as a goblin, you can do like rogue shit, so you can like disengage
So
and
that's 7
dash as a
fire
bonus
damage.
action as well.
And he's got to do a Constitution save. I do not know what Guil's
Disengage,
AC.
yeah.
It's probably like
Disengage
17.
makes
Probably.
it so that if
And
you
he
go to attack, you
fails.
Okay, so he's got to
But I
drop
need
the
help
object.
right now.
Okay,
But if he doesn't, he has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability
Yeah.
checks.
Yeah.
Until start Guil's next turn.
he drops it.
Cool. Okay.
You have to make a strength check.
That'll be Guil's turn. The
I assume
tree
you're
monster's
strong.
got to do 3 attacks on
Mhm.
that guy, probably.
I still have my goblin.
Okay, that's pretty good. Does a 15 hit?
It does. He's gonna dodge.
Well, that was one of.
One of them. Yeah. He
Yeah,
dodges
so the
one.
other 2 hits
Yep.
were much higher.
Okay.
So that's D12 plus 4, you said? 5 damage and 8 damage.
You can use disengage and use hide as a bonus action.
Yeah, my tentacle also does the bonus action, so.
Had to add the beard.
Yep. No hair, just beard.
Well, see, I was like, do I put on a little hat? What do I do?
I don't think there's a
Are
hat.
you a warlock?
Cover up his glorious hair.
Do you have Misty Step?
Yep. The one that's holding you is looking pretty ragged. Okay. And Ginko. Ginko like does kind of a jumps up on the bed, like bed hop,
Hey.
bed climb,
Get off my
and
bed.
no, it's the other bed. on the
Oh,
other
okay,
side.
that's
Yours is so good.
And he does like a backflip as he tries to like twist and slice into the guy who's on the other side.
He's getting fancy.
So he's going to do his 2 attacks reckless.
His wrestling moves.
16, and so they both hit. And I'm guessing that is
predatory strikes are
a
1d6.
level 6 barbarian with claws would be a D8, right?
Maybe, probably.
I think so.
Right, yeah.
So that would
I
be,
played the Beast Barbarian.
I'm
gonna say-
for mine is a d6. But
that's a total of about
he's got
probably a total of 16.
different subclass. Though.
Yeah, it's the Beast Path.
Okay.
Claws are D6, Bite is the D8.
Okay, that's still fine.
But you have +2 for both of them for rage anyways, so.
Yeah,
But it wouldn't increase the die.
I added most of what I added was for.
Okay.
Okay. Back to the top of the round, Tae'lor.
Alright, Taylor's coming out swinging with his sword now. Okay. Oh, that's 218. Okay, that's 227s to hit.
Nice.
That will hit.
I'm not gonna do him attacking, he's just swinging it. So D8 plus 4D4. No, it's a D10 because I'm using 2 hands. Give me 1 second to get all my D4s together.
Don't have a jar of them over here.
I have a whole drawer of D4s. How many you want?
It's fine. So the first attack does 23 damage.
Okay.
Second attack does 16, 24 damage.
And you cut the fucker in half.
The other guy's still up.
Yep.
I'm action surging.
Okay.
Nice.
Another 2 attacks. 15 hit this guy.
No, he dodges.
Okay, then the 19 I'm guessing will hit.
Yep.
Okay. It's gonna be 4, 10. Let's see. 21 damage.
Okay.
That'll be it for Tae'lor.
Yep. Drax. And Tentacle. You are now ungrappled.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Score.
Alright. I am going to, oh my gosh, you know what? I need to get a little bit further away from these guys, I think, maybe. I would like to not be within, garroting distance. So I would like to,
You want to knock over the white guy there? The white dwarf?
This one?
Yep.
Okay. So, is this the bad guy? This is the bad guy.
This is Tae'lor, the good guy.
So this is the bad guy?
Yep.
Oh,
Okay. I would like to use my bonus action disengage to get over here, and then I would like to Eldritch Blast that dude from
Okay.
a safer distance. That is a nat 20 for 26.
she's killing it over here. It's like ridiculous. Like, damn.
Oh god. For 22 damage, once I can get a clear shot at him, I guess.
Okay. And as you do that, the blast like rips through here as it just kind of cleaves this part of his body in half and just slaws him into 2 pieces. And his body parts kind of go flying against the wall there.
All over my bed, too.
Yes.
This bed just got
Ginko, like you realize combat has ended. Ginko jumps in and just starts like clawing in feral fashion at the corpse.
Just imagine like a supercut, like You're just going back and forth between like this intense battle, and then Otter in the woods, like,
Dancing
like, oh god, oh god, and like 99 bottles of beer, and it's like ching ching ching.
Gore and blood and tentacles and shadows.
Well, if you don't want that bed anymore, imagine you could swap with Otter.
It's true.
I don't know which one would be cleaner.
Right?
Yeah, I don't really want Otter's bed either.
Guil makes a comment about butt stuff.
Sure, I'm gonna check their pockets before you go.
The cursory butt stuff comment.
Insert butt comment here.
As he picks up the arborite, and it just kind of turns back into the staff.
Okay.
Pulls it out of there.
You looking through their corpses, you see one picture of you.
Okay, is it a good picture?
Looks like you've seen your
Like
photo.
blinking.
You have a guitar, you're next to the river.
It is.
Oh, my younger days.
Give me a history check.
Okay.
Where were you the summer of...
That's actually a pretty good roll.
I don't know what year it is.
17.
You look at this picture and you see your form more clean cut.
Okay.
Much more like when you left out on this journey.
Okay.
But it's difficult to say like what early part of the journey resulted in this image. But it certainly was before you met Kree.
Okay. BK. Do I know anything? Deep Stone Syndicate? Is that what you kept saying?
Yes.
Have I ever heard of that?
Roll. I would like you to roll a history check.
Okay. 4.
You can't recall anything about this. Roll a history check for Guil.
Oh, okay. I don't know what Guil's plus is. I rolled an 11.
Guil remembers hearing it.
What does Guil say?
Guil says, wasn't that the syndicate, or the group of people that would cut out tongues and mail them to their widows?
Guil, what the hell are you talking about?
Back in the Dwarven village, before we went to the Dwarven village, I was drinking with those dwarfs at the ones that insulted me.
Yeah.
The ones that I really fucking hated and I wanted to kill them all.
Yeah, it's kind of all the dwarves though, but sure, yeah.
Right. But they were talking about the syndicate that you don't talk about. Somebody
Sounds
made it.
stupid.
Well, it was one of those things where they're like, you don't talk about Fight Club.
Is that like a reference to something? Is that like a play?
I don't know. That's what they said.
Okay, sure.
But one of the younger guys was going on about how there was this syndicate that ran some of the illicit dealings of the Dwarven Kingdom. Did you cross them?
I mean, I did accidentally insult that one dwarf lady, as you may recall, in the tavern. But I thought we ended on okay terms, and I gave the hammer to the king. I don't know. Wait, did we steal from that shopkeeper?
Didn't you sell the shopkeeper the hammer?
Yes.
And then they took it back.
Yes, that did happen.
Might
It's
have
all
happened.
coming back to me now.
Might have happened. Might have happened, might have not happened.
every once in a while.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get garroted?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, did you
Lockjaw.
steal a hammer and then instead of giving it to the king,
No, I did give it to the
sold
king.
it
No,
in
no,
a
no, no.
shop?
It's the reverse order. I had it. I sold it, but I was still bonded to it. So I called it back to my hand to give it to the king.
Ah.
And then I think we just left.
Very quickly after that.
Yes. Well, yeah, because he like told us where to go. We
And he gave you an escort into
Exactly.
the deep dungeon, yes.
This is probably just a one-time thing, right? Right?
Yeah, totally. And, like, you look over and Drax is like quietly prestidigitating your bed clean.
Oh, thanks.
All the blood and the gore bits, he's just kind of like, you know, like
This is pretty fancy magic.
sweeping off and rolling on the floor.
What do you do with corpses around you? Do we just like give those to the animals? I guess Ginko's kind of going nuts on it.
Ginko's like, Ginko has finally recovered himself, and he's like, oh, look, we have fresh food. And he starts dragging the corpses back to feed the animals.
Okay, I do not.
Wait,
Back to the kitchen.
Would Drax, being a goblin, be interested?
That's a bold assumption, man.
I'm just saying.
Okay, tree topper.
You
know, I don't really like to get to know my food first, even if it is trying to slit my throat. I prefer things that are already passed on.
An ethical goblin.
It takes all kinds. This is a circus after all.
A couple more, like a moment passes, and the door opens. Everybody all right in here? As one of the large ogres
I'm seeing
looks
like a
in.
blood stain on my shirt.
We heard a commotion. Is everybody okay?
This place has pretty shit security. I just got like ganked by a couple of assassins. I'm better now, I guess.
You're fine.
Touch and go there, I think, for a second.
You take care of the...
I
Oh, yep.
died.
Looks like you took care of the bodies. Okay. Have a good night.
Yeah, see ya. I feel like I can't really sleep after that. I'm gonna go take a walk in all of my armor.
Okay.
What's the time frame now? How long has it been?
It is probably about 2 in the morning or so. The city is pretty well asleep. You start to see folks are starting to almost get ready for the next workday.
Good lord. Okay. This place is too much.
It's a busy metropolis. The bakeries start cooking early in the morning. So the scene has pretty well settled down outside. There's random randos walking to and from, but the carnival is all closed up.
Is Tae'lor here, Kree singing or anything like that, dancing? Birdie break
Do I
dancing
hear
in
the
the
bird
street?
song in the morning?
I'm gonna say no. You do not.
Okay. Yeah. I'm imagining it's way too far away. It's probably in the building. But yeah, I'm gonna
We're
put my
gonna
armor on.
we're gonna role play that one though, pretty hardcore here. Okay. Did you manage to take your level of drunken? Okay. So back to Kree. Rewinding time a little bit. We find ourselves in a small after bar, like eatery. There's about six seats there, and right now it is all Era Cochran that are taking up this place.
This place has really gone to the birds.
Is what you hear as a group of bugbears walks up and starts making fun of the clientele.
Race war!
is what you say. Because you rolled a nat 1 in your charisma check. And explain to me how you go about attacking these bugbears. You're kind of on the corner of the seats, so you're the closest one to them.
I'm going to read you what the description of what Drunken Master says about the... It's pretty funny, actually. I don't know how it makes a lot of sense, but I guess it does. So at level 3 monk, you gain deflect attacks, which means that I can parry any attack that deals bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage. And reduce the damage by 1d10 plus 6. And if it reduces it to 0, I can expend a key point and direct the attack back at them.
Okay.
With the Drunken Technique, which is what I picked up, anytime I use Flurry of Blows, I gain the benefit of a disengage action, and my walking speed is increased by 10. And I also gain proficiency in the performance skill, which I don't know. But there was one...
They like pretend to be drunk, right? Like they're not literally drunk, I thought. Because it's like their
No.
weaving makes it
Yeah,
seem like they're drunk.
there was a description of what it said, but it was like your movements become like a dancer, and so you like weave in and out of attacks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You get 1d6 phone numbers per round.
Yeah, 1d6.
Depends on the performance roll.
Right?
Okay, so
how am I gonna attack this guy?
mm-hmm.
So you guys are just coming into the bar and they're talking to the outside.
Oh, they're looking to find seats. It looks like you hear them coming, and one of them's like, "Oh, this place has the best noodles," and they're just talking about like getting good food. But then they say, "This place has gone to the birds," and that's enough to set you off in your current state.
I'm gonna like kind of get up from my stool, and I'm gonna say, "So you guys want a seat?" And I'm gonna wait for them to agree to wanting a seat, and then I'm gonna take the chair as an improvised weapon and hit them over the head with it.
Okay. Roll the attack,
Well,
and you'll be with advantage because you're gonna be catching them off guard.
That's good because that's a 4. Much better.
Missing is funnier in this instance.
I think improvised weapon is just.
It's a d6.
Yeah, I'm sure I hit. It's a 16
Got a Tavern
plus.
brawler.
16 plus whatever.
Hits.
Do a d6. A 6 plus my strength.
Mm-hmm.
So 7.
Okay. Total of 7. Okay. You hit him, and he like stumbles a little bit, and he and the other 3 that he's with, they all growl, and they come for you.
Before that happens, I'm gonna use the patient defense.
Okay. I'm gonna have the 3 of you play the other Eric Cochran that are with him.
Oh, yeah. To be the bugbears, okay.
So all
You
of,
wanted to be a bugbear.
all of them
It's fine.
are gonna be making attacks at disadvantage.
All the bugbears.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I use patient
On you.
defense.
Yes. Okay, let's. Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna give you your normal names here, and we'll.
What erase?
Yeah, I need a wet something to
these are
erase
feathers.
these. Okay. There we go.
The bag of infant feathers, like from King of the Hill, like pocket feathers.
Do we have that?
Yeah, we actually have that.
Yeah. I don't know who has it. I think I have it actually. I have to check my.
I didn't know if I had it.
Somebody's got it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll initiative here quick.
I rolled a nat 1.
Nice.
Yeah.
7.
I
No.
don't care what numbers I get.
What did you get, Otter?
9.
9. Okay.
I'm sure I'm going first. I got a 22.
Okay. What's your dexterity?
Mine?
Yep.
Modifier?
Yep.
+3.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Kree, you're up.
Alright, so do I have my quarterstaff, or am I just going full unarmed right now?
I would say you didn't sell your quarterstaff to cover the bar.
I got a bunch of like crap in my
Yep.
haversack.
Okay.
But I don't know that I really want to murder 3 guys outside of a bar. I think I'm just going to go straight unarmed, and I'm going to be doing non-lethal damage.
Okay.
Try to kill these guys.
Okay.
And rather knock them out.
Okay.
So I'll just make a bunch of unarmed strikes non-lethal.
Okay. Go for it.
So that is a 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay. I will use Flurry of Blows. 20.
Hits.
Okay, that is 7 points.
Okay.
Attack. 15.
Misses.
Okay. Alright, that's what we got.
You guys have a +3 to your attack,
Okay.
and for unarmed, it'll be again +3.
So an additional +3?
It'll be
Plus 3 to hit, plus 3
+3 to hit,
damage.
+3 damage on a 2d6.
2d6?
Sorry, 1d6.
Okay.
1d6.
Damn, great sword worth of fists
Yeah, no.
here.
Well,
Doing like haymakers.
they're physical laborers.
Okay, fair enough.
So you know what? 2d6.
Alright, yeah.
They are physical
We're doing like
laborers.
the Captain Kirk punch on these
Yep.
guys.
Okay, so the guy that you were hitting tries to take a swing at you, and that's a miss. That's all he's got. The next nearest guy comes, and I'm going to say, just because it's easier for me, he's going to attack you, Maribeth.
Yep. Which AC I have for health?
Your AC is going to be 15,
Okay.
and your health is 30.
Okay.
And that's a miss.
Okay.
Otter, you're up.
Okay, my bird is drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so as a bonus action, can he splash the drink in the guy's face and then give the what is it, a bugbear?
Yep.
Bugbear or karate kick with his little chicken leg.
Yes. Chicken leg karate kick.
Exactly. Oh, I got a 5 for the splash in the face.
Nice.
So it goes like right by him.
It lands in his chest. They just go with it.
He's like, seriously. And it's nat 20.
Nice.
For the karate
Just
kick.
acted him for that kick in the
Yep.
nuts.
He's looking down.
Ah!
Yeah.
My shin. All right, you need 2d6.
Yep.
7, 10.
10. Okay.
And then I jump backwards.
Okay. Drax.
Alright, so I get up and I look at one of the guys and I go, "Fuck my cock!" And I just like run over and try to slice him with my back talon on my foot.
Okay.
That is dirty 20
Nice.
and 2d6. And these are 8s. Hold on a second. 2d6. 3.
3
Plus
damage.
3.
Oh, plus 3, so 6.
Okay.
Yes.
Tae'lor?
Sorry.
Sorry. Marivana?
Yeah, I guess my guy's gonna hop into the fray here. Okay. Does a 10 hit?
Does not hit.
Alright. Biffs it. She's
Okay.
so wild.
The one that you swing at, the one that you swing,
Free it a little bit,
the
make it
one
seem
that
like
you
I meant
swing
to.
at, like tries to swing back at you,
Yeah.
but like your lack of coordination, like
Throws him
causes
down.
them to miss as well.
Nice.
It's like a dance sequence.
The one that
Are we both kinda
you
into it a little
scratch,
bit?
like
Yeah.
like tries to rear around and elbow you to the face, but totally misses because like the movement that you made, like you also have to catch your balance. Kree, you're up.
Alright, let's just start punching again. These guys aren't they're using unarmed strikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, everybody here is just a manual laborer.
Yeah, that hits. That's 17
Little
plus
farm
6.
workers.
Yep.
So
The Kree actual trained fighter.
Yeah, that's 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'll use 40 blows again. That's not gonna hit. That'll hit. That's 22.
Damage or to hit? Oh, that hits.
Then 2d6. What do we get?
I do 1d6
Oh, that's
on
right.
the strikes. For another 6 points.
Fancy lad.
And you knock him out like he's got a glass jaw. He just goes straight down.
Woo!
Okay.
Alright.
Nice one, tree topper.
The one that's standing behind him sees his buddy go down and like, you mother, and takes a swing at you.
My husband. Nice.
Another clocker. Is that what you said?
Takes a swing at you. That is a 16 to hit.
No.
Okay. They go wide. Dan.
All right. So my guy's holding his shin, or
Yeah.
okay. So I'm gonna try to kick his other leg.
Okay.
19.
Hits.
All right. 6, 9.
Okay.
So both his shins got kicked.
Clawman.
He's like, seriously, who kicks the shins?
Clawman.
He's like, yeah, he's all cobbling. This is lame.
Your turn.
Alright.
Ah.
Go for the eyes! Alright. So that is only. Oh, that's not very good.
Plus 3 too.
Yeah, so that's 13.
Does not hit.
Yeah, so he tries to go to like peck the guy's eye out with his beak and he evades.
Okay.
He gives him a hickey. He's all, well, hold on, what?
A peck on the cheek from the mine's gonna drain whatever drink he's got and then try to glass the other guy.
Okay.
I rolled a 2. 5 to hit.
You're really drunk.
Yeah.
You fall
You
backwards.
drink it, and like in the process of drinking it, like you go to bring your thing down and just kind of whiff on the hit.
Okay.
The one that's I'm gonna say is probably now closest to you. That is a 17 to hit.
What
Yeah,
is-
that would hit you.
Okay.
15.
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and that is a
What's our AC?
15 AC.
oh, that's-
How many hit points do we have?
30.
Good question.
that is a 9 in damage.
Okay. Alright. Ah!
The other one comes and is gonna probably is stepping up to attack you, Kree, and that is a 5, and that does not succeed. Back to you.
Not 1.
As you trip over the guy that you already downed.
That's a 6. That's also not gonna hit. Yeah, that'll be alright.
Okay. The bugbear that's closest to you takes a swing at you. That doesn't hit. Dan.
All right. So, seeing that my Feet of Fury have been doing some damage. I'm going to go kick the original shin again.
Okay.
So I went from 1 to 2, back to 1.
Okay.
And I get a 1. So I totally missed that one. I'm all, just imagine if that landed. That would have hurt. Like that.
Ashley.
All right. Yeah. I am gonna puff up my feathers and I'm gonna try to double kick this guy. Okay, so that is a 15. Does that hit?
Hits.
Okay.
No, sorry, it doesn't. 16.
Oh no.
You need a +3 though, right?
Yeah, you get a +3.
Yeah, that was. So I rolled
Okay.
a 12 plus 3, so that was 15.
Okay. Mary Thunder.
I want to try to grapple one of these bugbears.
Okay.
With your little bird arms?
They're big laborer birds.
Alright,
Yeah.
alright.
They got brittle bones, but they got big arms. What do I roll for that? Just like a regular +3?
Yeah, just do +3.
Okay. 14 is almost as.
Not enough.
Okay.
As you go to
Kinda
reach
like
around
hug
him,
him accidentally.
yeah, I'm gonna say it's the one that would go right after you.
Mhm.
In their attempt to parry that attack, they manage to, but they're gonna. It's one of those things where like you go to put your arms around and they like go to put their arms up over yours.
Yeah.
And he's gonna try to do the same thing to you.
Okay.
And that is a 15, which would hit.
Yes.
Okay, so now you are grappled,
Oh no.
but they can't do anything else.
Okay.
The other one, seeing the opportunity that you now pose, goes to take a swing at you,
Okay.
and that is a advantage.
Mm-hmm.
That hits for 4 damage.
Okay. Just a little love tap from that one.
Do you want to talk some smack?
Yeah, I say that.
Okay. Kree, you're up.
All right, I will turn to the one that just hit my buddy and punch him. Man, these rolls are terrible.
I think that's pretty in character for right now.
Yeah.
That's how
Right.
it works.
Just a bunch of drunk, dirty birds.
Exactly.
19 to hit
Hits.
for 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'll use flurry of blows again.
One that hit you. Okay.
21
Hits. And
for an additional 9 points of damage.
you clock that guy out, just swinging around. He does one of these, like,
Mm-hmm.
and he is out. Okay. The bugbear that's now standing behind you, kind of closer to Otter, is just going to take a swing at Otter because you've been trying to kick him in the shins. Ooh, nat 20.
Uh-oh.
He's going to
Okay.
kick you back in the shin.
Ooh, and that is 16 damage.
Okay. Oof. So he kicked me again?
As he punches you square in the jaw, almost dislocating your beak.
Yikes.
Your turn.
Oh my dude, seriously? And I guess as I get hit, I kind of use the momentum and try to do some sort of kung fu back spin kick or something like that.
Okay.
Crane kick.
Exactly. There you go.
Nice.
18.
Hits.
Great stat.
Ooh, 9, 12.
Okay. Looking pretty hurt. You hit him hard enough that there's now blood like slashed across his face. As his fur is now starting to turn a matted black from the blood. You're up.
All right. I am gonna attack whoever's nearest me.
Hopefully one of the bugbears.
You're right.
Yeah.
Just
Not a bird.
waitress.
Not a bird. I'm not drunk
So
enough to just.
there's
attack
one that hasn't been hit at all that's holding you,
Okay.
but then all the rest of them are down, almost down, except for the one that just got slashed across the face. So which one are you going for?
You know what? I'll go for the one that's holding
Okay.
my friend over
Okay.
there.
Thank you.
And let him go. Okay, so that is only 13. So
Does not
That's
hit.
a +3, right?
yeah, with
Oh, that hits. Oh, that was
that
the
is.
+3.
I
Okay.
am adding. I'm just rolling really bad. I'm gonna like puff up a lot and like do like some,
Right.
psycho.
Okay.
A couple people are clapping. They're
You're
like,
grappled.
"Oh, look at those
Slam
moves."
my head back.
Okay. Head slam.
Really not hurting anyone.
Yeah, right.
Just posturing.
Ah, that's finally a hit. 17.
Hits.
Got a hard head. It'd be kind of embarrassing to miss that guy. 12 damage.
Damn.
Just
Yeah.
imagining I'm a big white pigeon.
You're right. No, and that's
Or
exactly
no,
it.
like a big white chicken.
You're right.
Sure.
Yeah. Like one of those fancy chickens with like the feathers everywhere.
Okay.
No? Alright.
Mm.
I think most chickens have feathers everywhere.
Well, there's
Like the
They're
half
fancy
of-
chickens.
Yeah.
they have
The one that's
extra
holding
fluffy.
you, just
Oh, I knew what you're talking about
squeezes.
right away.
Okay.
I already had the visual.
At 20.
Mhm.
Yeah. 6 damage.
Ah,
Kree, you're up.
you feel my biceps there, buddy?
These ain't no boneless wings.
Go for it, Kree.
Alright. Yeah, that'll hit. That's 21.
The one that's still standing or the one that's holding?
Probably the one that's holding.
Okay.
For 6 points of damage.
Okay.
16
Hits.
for 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And that's it. I've used all my key points.
Okay. The one that's kind of standing in the middle of like you all with the two of his friends on the ground says, "Let's run, Johnny." And I don't know why I always say Johnny. I always come up with Johnny. I don't know why. Like that.
It's a Karate Kid thing.
I don't know. It's my go-to random name that I just pull out of thin air.
Right.
Johnny the Bugbear.
Let's go, Ferdinand.
It's a very common bugbear.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You wouldn't believe it.
So he just turns tail to run. Is anybody gonna try to take an opportunity attack as he
Oh,
runs
yeah.
past you?
Am I still grappled?
You're still grappled, but
I'll try to kick him.
okay. Everybody gonna try to take an opportunity
Yeah,
attack?
sure. Why not?
Okay.
Well,
So everybody take your opportunity attack as this
So
guy
that's a
tries to
hit.
run.
Flurry of feathers. Oh, fine.
12 damage from me.
So you trip him, and he face plants right into the cement and skids. Like there's a little bit of a blood trail from where he opened up his jaw, caught a tooth and broke it.
Yikes.
The guy who's holding. Okay, so Otter, it is now your turn.
yeah, I got a dirty 20.
So, but this guy, he went down. Like
Oh.
y'all fucked him up.
Okay, so the guy that has the scrape on his face, or the guy who is
The guy who has a scrape on his face.
Okay, so he's down.
That guy is fucked and laid
He's
out.
bleeding on
Oh,
the floor.
okay. And then so
I'm
Like,
still grappled.
So you put your foot out and you went to punch him in the back, and the combined force just
oh, okay.
greased them across the pavement.
All right,
Or
sounds
across
good.
the pavers, I guess. it would
Sounds
be.
good.
Okay, but it's your turn.
Just one guy holding her.
Still held.
Okay, so I rolled a dirty 20.
Well, that was for the opportunity attack.
Oh, okay, so then
It's your turn now.
all right, got it.
Don't get to use a dirty 20
Yeah,
twice.
18.
Okay.
18.
What you doing?
So what I do is I look at the situation and get old Jackie Chan and swipe a basket of mozzarella sticks and like that, and shit goes flying, and the basket hits him in the face.
And the oil inside that basket like manages to miss you. Like you
Nice,
see
yeah.
you had that split second of like,
Can I
this is
grab one
gonna-
out of the air?
With your
Yes.
beak.
Yes, you can. Give me a dexterity save to see if you can
Okay.
So as you dodge, you try
I
to
rolled a 3. I
Okay.
choke on it. Stuck in the gullet.
you get
Mark Seagull.
Yeah, sure.
but
Fine.
you dodge out of the way as the rest of this basket comes right at this guy's face, and he just gets a spat of hot oil to the face, and kind of screams and then just crumples down as he too has become incapacitated. Y'all hear the whistle now of like the commotion and the constables coming. What are you doing?
I go, we gotta
Are you
fly!
gonna get arrested?
I'm gonna
You
cast.
do it.
I'm gonna cast mass healing word. And,
Okay.
Mass healing bird?
Yeah, mass healing word.
Oh yeah.
And,
Okay.
Represent.
heal all of them back up.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'll bring them all back up.
The bugbears or us?
Yep. Everybody.
Okay.
Aw.
And are you gonna flee with
Yeah,
them?
I'm grabbing you and I'm like, let's out, bro.
Well, I mean, we don't have to. We go back into the bar, I guess. I mean, these guys
Cops are coming.
Yeah, the
cops are
fuzz are-
coming.
the fuzz
You can
are
hear them
coming.
coming, like the whistles, and everybody is
Yeah, dude,
coming to this
they
location.
know us in
Alright,
town.
yeah,
we
why
gotta
not?
go, dude.
Why not? Yeah. I
We
guess
live here. You don't.
Okay. So you all take
Fly
a
the
couple
coop.
steps and fly the
Yeah.
coop, and that is where we will end today's episode.
Yay!
As the four of you
Chicken
fly
fight.
away.
Right? If it's not chicken rings, it's mozzarella sticks and bird fights.
I have a chicken fighting ring.
Yeah,
Cockfighting.
I
exactly.
thought about it and I decided not to say it.
All right.
Okay.
Very fun.
Well, thank you all for watching, and we hope you come back to see what shenanigans we get into next week. Have a good one.